is Mark Walk, and the other is Mike Shinozaki, who you all know has served on the board already, but he went the extra mile and he actually filled out his nominating form and got his signatures and put them in. So I think he's really to be commended for his efforts to do that. And you all know that the amount of seats that exist on the board is 7. And out of the 7, the governor is required to have 5 people who are Roosevelt Island residents. So it's absolutely important, no matter what some bloggers, not Rick, say, it's absolutely important that we are able to voice our desires as to who we want and in what order we want them, so that if in fact the governor is going to remove somebody from the board, he removes somebody that the island would rather not have on the board. So it's absolutely imperative that everybody come out and vote. And it's imperative also that you tell your neighbors and your friends. We've got 14,000 people living on this island, and look at how many people we have in this room. So come on, folks, you're all our spokespeople. Come on, go out there and drum up some business for us. We're going to try and stage this election in your buildings, but whether or not we can do it is largely a question of how many volunteers we actually have. And I'll know that by tomorrow evening, and I'll be able to deploy how we're going to use those volunteers. So please, if you have the time to volunteer on the 17th or the 18th, if you can speak to your friends and neighbors and get them to volunteer, the more volunteers we have, the more outreach we can do to the community, the more votes we're going to get, and the more emphatic our voice is to the governor. So please don't ignore this. Please speak to your friends, speak to your neighbors, get them to volunteer, get them to vote. And tomorrow night, we'll have a meeting that's kind of a logistics meeting for the poll watchers upstairs on the 12th floor at 6:30. So, you've all heard my voice enough. Now how about if we hear your voices? Let me see a show of hands if